What up with it, man? Welcome back to the channel, and I got some new upgrades I want to show y'all. I got my very first upgrade for the Glock 20 10mm. So if you've been following the channel, then you know that a few weeks ago I purchased the Glock 20 10mm, and I absolutely love it. But I've been thinking to myself, I've taken it to the range quite a few times now. I took it to the indoor range a couple times, I took it to the outdoor range a few times, and I'm starting to get that itch to, you know, put a couple of attachments on it. Now y'all know me, I'm not really the type to really want to change triggers and guns and a lot of things like that. You know, I like to leave a lot of the inside components factory. However they intended it to shoot and however they shot it during all of the testing, that's how I really like to keep my guns. That's just how I am. As far as cosmetics and things like that on the outside of the gun, absolutely. And after taking it to the range a few times, I'm starting to get that itch to kind of put some attachments on it and kind of see how it feels. So, you know, I'm all about things like that. So as far as grips, lights, red dots, and all those sorts of things, I'm absolutely all for that. So the first thing that I'm deciding to put on it is a light. I picture this gun being more of an outdoor gun, more so than any of my other weapons. So if I'm outdoors, you never know, you could end up outdoors at nighttime when the sun goes down, and all sorts of different environments. And if you've ever been in the forest at night, you know that it gets extremely dark. So I went through a couple of different brands. I did a whole lot of comparisons, watching different videos on different brand comparisons between Olight, Streamlight, and a couple of others. There were a lot of compelling options that I saw online, but the brand that I decided to go with after all my research turned out to be Olight. They had a lot of great reviews. Some reviews claimed that, you know, sometimes the quality control might not be the best, but I think that what you get for the price of the Olight lights, I think that you're getting your money's worth for sure. So long story short, I decided to go with the Olight brand, and as far as the specific model, I went with the Baldr Pro. And as you can see, here it is on the Glock 20 10mm. Let you get a good look at that. I'm not sure if it's Baldr or Baldr Pro, but this is the one that I went with. But before we get started, as you can see, everything in the pistol is clear. As always, safety first. But this is the Baldr Pro by Olight on the Glock 20 10mm. I went with the flat dark earth color. I feel like it matches the gun really well. And what I'm thinking I'm gonna do, whatever optic I put on top, I'll probably keep it black, just to keep that kind of half and half look. So most definitely tell me what you think down below. As far as the quality of it, I believe it's some type of really good quality aluminum. It doesn't make the gun, I mean, it's already a 10mm, so it has some weight to it just being itself. So, you know, I don't really notice the weight all that much. The quality feels really great. There's actually a dial on the front where you can switch from just the flashlight to just the laser, or both the flashlight and the laser. I'm not too sure exactly how durable this little spin wheel will be over time, but I guess only time can tell. But my number one favorite feature about it is this quick disconnect feature. You can flip that whenever you want to, clamp it closed, and if I want it, all I would have to do is pop, switch that, and I can drop it right on top of my Glock 17. You know, without having to grab my tool bag and look for one specific size Allen head, I can just quick disconnect it and change it between guns at a whim. And I really think that's a huge plus, to just pop it off just like that. And I can put that on any other gun that it can fit on. So if I want it, in just a couple of seconds, I could flip it between the Glock 20 to the Glock 17. And I actually think it looks really nice on this one also. I am thinking about purchasing one for the Glock 17 yet, but I'm just not too sure if I want it to come out this far past the barrel. But this is the Glock 17 Gen 5, this is the Glock 20 Gen 5. As you can see, they aren't all that dissimilar in size. Like the Glock 20's barrel may be like a smidge longer, but not by a lot. But I absolutely purchased it specifically for this one. I don't really see myself taking out a 9mm outdoors all too often. So this will definitely be my number one outdoor pistol. But back to the light, like I stated earlier, that's my number one favorite feature. Only takes a second to take on and off. I'm gonna give you a close-up look at it. Has a little cutout for the trigger section, and as you can see, there's a button on each side of the light to turn it on. So if you're left-handed or right-handed, it shouldn't matter. You have a light, you have a button on each side that's, you know, it feels really tactile. You know, I like the clickiness of it. As I was saying earlier, there's a dial right here that you can spin to either just have just the laser with the light, or just the flashlight. It's really lightweight. It comes with this one charger. The only thing that worries me is I highly doubt I'll ever be able to find another charger like this anywhere else. So I'm actually thinking about purchasing maybe like a pack of 5 or 10 of these chargers. Just in case this one gets a shortage or I lose it or it breaks or anything like that, I can just go in the closet, bust open the pack and grab another one and don't have to worry about not being able to charge this, right? So like I was saying earlier, you have buttons on each side of the light. So no matter if you're left-handed or right-handed, you should be perfectly fine with pressing it. You can press it once for the laser. That's the light and the laser. And now it's just the light. And another thing that I actually just recently learned, if you press both sides at the same time, you can actually get a strobe effect. And also, and say for example, if you don't want to work it like that and have it stay on every time you press it, I also learned that you can just hold it and every time you let go, it'll shut off. So I thought that was really neat. I'm actually not too sure if a lot of lights do that, but I know this one doesn't. And I also thought that this one looks the best on the Glock 20 10mm, just the shape of it, the length of it. I think it fits the gun really well, but I think that a gun this powerful and this large deserves a light like this. I think that it just matches it. It fits well, it looks good to me. The next thing I'm thinking about adding may be some optics, being that this is the MOS version. It comes optic ready. So if you have any recommendations on what optics I should drop on this Glock 20 10mm, make sure you drop that down in the comments below. But yeah, man, that's pretty much it. I just wanted to kind of show y'all this, get y'all opinions, show y'all the very first upgrade for the Glock 20. My next big thing that I'll end up doing to it, 9 times out of 10 will be the optics. I'm not sure which one I want to go yet. I thought about going with Hollow Sun. I also thought about going with SIG. They also have a red dot that I'm really interested in. But if you yourself have any recommendations on what red dot you would like to see or you think deserves to sit at the top of this Glock 20, make sure you drop that down in the comments below. You know, I'm curious to see what y'all say. I do read all the comments and I try to respond the most. But yeah, man, that's the Baldr Pro by Olight. I think that it looks great. And that's pretty much it, man. So y'all let me know how y'all feel about that down in the comments below. Y'all rate that for your boy. Make sure you drop any recommendations for optics at the top so we can come back with a part 2 on the upgrades for the Glock 20. I don't know everything, you know what I'm saying? A lot of this stuff I am just getting into for the first time. So, and that's pretty much it, man. So until next time, Baldr, peace.